Happy Halloween! In the tradition of ending my favorite month of the year, what better way to do it than to review the Halloween films? I will start with the original directed by John Carpenter. The next year will be Halloween 2 on Halloween. Then the year after will be Halloween 3, and so on. So let's begin. Halloween was released in 1978. It only had a budget of $325,000 US. It was made independently but became a cult classic, loved by millions. It spawned 7 sequels, a remake with its own sequel, and a reboot franchise. The film plot is just awesome. It starts off on Halloween night 1963. 10-year-old Michael Myers kills his sister and is sentenced to a mental hospital until he escapes 15 years later. He heads to the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, the town of his childhood home. There, we meet Laurie Strode and Andy Brackett, played by everyone's favorite Jammie Lee Curtis and Nancy Keys. They talk about babysitting the town's kids. At school, we see a grown-up Michael Myers wearing the famous iconic mask. Fact, the mask was molded from William Shatner's face, plucked out the eyebrows and poked in the eyes, and was painted white. The crew said it had a good choice because it had no emotion, just like Michael. Anyways, Laurie becomes paranoid when she believes Michael is following her. I love it that you can hear Michael's breath when you're under his mask with him.
It's a little push. Well, it won't hurt you to go out with him, for God's sake. Shit!
It's just creepy. At the same time, Michael's psychiatrist Dr. Loomis, played by Pleasance, and Sheriff Brackett is on the hunt to catch and kill Michael before he starts to kill again. When the night falls, Laurie babysits Tommy Doyle. Another cool Easter egg in the scene is that he is watching The Thing from Another World on TV. John Carpenter would later remake it in 1982. This is when the suspense builds up. After Annie comes over with Lindsay, she is killed. He also kills Linda, Laurie's other friend, when he wears the famous bed sheets and glasses from when he killed her boyfriend, Bob Sims. Laurie screams out for help, and Michael breaks in. I won't spoil the ending, but I love how Jammie Lee Curtis screams. So realistic. I also love the famous line,
"What's the boogeyman?"
As a matter of fact, it was.
leaving on a cliffhanger for the sequel. My thoughts on this film? I love it. It's a classic. It started the teen slasher genre and it never fails every time I watch it. On Halloween night, this has become a tradition for me. Well, that's all. Happy Halloween, stay safe, and watch out for the boogeyman.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Halloween 2 is one of my favorite sequels in the horror franchise. It follows the same story as the first. It has the same actors playing their same characters, and Deborah Hill along with John Carpenter returning to produce the film. To give you an idea of Halloween 2, the film takes place directly after the first film. Laurie is traumatized from being stalked and almost killed by Michael Myers. She is taken to the hospital to rest and heal from her wounds, but the night is not over yet. Michael is awakened from the fall of the window and walks about Haddonfield, killing more victims, slowly, only to get to the hospital and try to finish Laurie off. The entire second half is Michael roaming the halls of Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, looking for Laurie and killing anyone he gets in the way. He kills security guards, doctors, and nurses throughout the night. Like I said before, Jammie Lee Curtis returns to play the role of Laurie Strode, and Pleasance returns to reprise his role as Dr. Loomis, which both are great on screen together. In this film, we finally get to see Michael going up in flames, and that's it. The series was supposed to end here, and I think that was a good idea.
You know, know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, the third film in the series, and is different from the last two films. It is the only film that doesn't feature Michael Myers. That's right, the film's main antagonist is not even in it. What's even more upsetting for fans is that Jammie Lee Curtis and Pleasance is absent also. It's still set at Halloween, but it's a different story. Tom Atkins plays Dr. Dan Chalice, a surgeon and divorced father who comes and brings his kids Halloween mask for trick-or-treating. Unsatisfied, the kids watch a commercial on TV of Silver Shamrock Halloween masks.
Turn that down.
This is Chalice. When?
Trust me, you will hear this commercial over and over again, so get used to it. Meanwhile, Chalice gets a call from the hospital of a corpse whose head was crushed. Even further, Chalice and the dead body's daughter, Ellie Grimbridge, played by Stacy Nelkin, travel to the town of Santa Mira, California, and investigate the Silver Shamrock factory, where they meet the owner, Conor Cochran, played by Dan O'Harley. I won't spoil the ending, but it's a great twist, and I love how Chalice gets tied up and forced to watch the first Halloween movie on TV. Hilarious. The movie was not that bad. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill once again returned as producers, and wanted to go for a different approach as releasing each sequel as a different story, sort of like an anthology. Which was not a bad idea, but the fans didn't like it one bit. It's a good, enjoyable film, and the death scenes are just gruesome, but I love it.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.